I'll be the first to admit I was totally wrong about my prediction for this game. On Staff Picks, if you read that story on Friday, my prediction was just 2 words with the score, straight donuts, echoing the words of Debo Williams, who said South Carolina would be bound to pitch a shutout at some point this year. And my score prediction for this game was 44-0 in favor of the Gamecocks over Wofford. However, to the surprise of myself and a lot of people, that was not the case. South Carolina did win this game, spoiler alert, but it was much closer for a time. The Gamecocks won this game handedly, 56-12 on Saturday here behind me at Williams-Brice Stadium. But for that first quarter, man, it was rough. Right out of the gate, Wofford gets the ball to start, and a 63-yard screen pass changes the vibes. Like, everything's feeling good. Senior Day celebrations just happened. South Carolina is looking to pick up a big win before heading into Clemson next week. And you could say that this team was overlooking Wofford or whatever the case might be. I think it's human nature to probably do that. But at the same time, it's like, you got to go out here and win this game and take care of business. And that first play, man, it was looking rough. But South Carolina's defense bared down, got to stop, forced a field goal. There were a lot of other mistakes in that first quarter. Lenore Sellers threw an interception. Wofford ran a successful fake punt. They also ran a successful fake field goal for a touchdown. Fortunately, got called back on a false start, and there were also loads of penalties in this game. You know what, though? When you look at the score and it's 56-12, I mean, who really cares? You won the game. Look, did you make a ton of mistakes in this game? Yes. Was special teams kind of awful in this game? Yes. However, you got the win by a comfortable margin. You got to play everyone in this game, and I think that's what you're feeling good about. So, look, I think there's a lot that you can talk negatively about with this game. There's a lot that you could feel like, oh, South Carolina's got to improve on this. South Carolina's got to do that. But you know what I'm going to remember from this night? Right behind me here, actually, Bradley Dunn scored a touchdown with 9 seconds to go. In case you don't know, he was a walk-on running back for South Carolina before he got put on scholarship earlier this year. He scores the final touchdown of the game, and what do you know? The entire bench clears out, and there's still time left in the game. They all run over to celebrate him, and it's like South Carolina just won the Super Bowl. That's how it felt, and that's what tonight is all about, is celebrating the seniors. Luke Doty got in to start the game. He actually started the game, surprisingly enough, and it was because of South Carolina's tight end situation with so many guys banged up that Doty was in there starting. He made 3 catches tonight. Dale Von Campbell had a huge game. He had 100 yards or 100 more yards receiving. He had a 50-yard touchdown that got called back due to an eligible receiver man downfield. But this night is not about the win. Well, it is about the win, but it's not about the stats and Lenore Sellers having another great game, throwing for over 300 yards and stuff. That's all great. But today is about reflection and enjoying these simple moments, something we don't probably do too often. Because we talk about these games and stuff like it's life or death, but at the same time, man, these are guys that, South Carolina has so many seniors. I think it's like 26 or something. It's a crazy number, and it's like, these guys aren't going to be back next year. And you're losing a lot of your defense. You're losing a lot of key pieces. So my advice right now, just enjoy the little things while you've got them. Like, enjoy what this team has done the entire year, because I think it's been probably the most fun watching South Carolina football in recent memory. Like, you're 8-3 right now. You have won 5 games in a row for the first time since 2013. Oh, and by the way, you have a chance to finish out the regular season on a 6-game winning streak, something that hasn't been done around here in quite a while. And you get to potentially do it against your arch rival next week in what could potentially be a top 15 showdown. Because look, right now around the country, not to get too big picture here, but for the top 16 teams in the country, as we're recording this, I don't know what time it is, but it's probably about like 9:30. And a lot of teams ahead of South Carolina have lost. And that not only shakes up the playoff picture, but it also shakes up like the stakes of that matchup next week. Like, that could potentially be between South Carolina and Clemson, be a top 15 game. Maybe College Game Day comes to town for Clemson. Who knows? Because Texas A&M, the last time I checked, maybe it's changed, they were down by a touchdown to Auburn, and Auburn seemingly had been playing pretty well tonight. So look, a lot is on the line next week, to put it quite simply. It's going to be a huge game. Clemson beat the Citadel tonight. They'll be 9-2 going into that game. South Carolina's 8-3. It has the stakes unlike anything we've ever probably seen as of lately. Because look, I'm not saying the playoff is in range for South Carolina, but with all the chaos that's happened today, it's not impossible is what I'm trying to get. I feel like it's more plausible to feel that way. So we'll have to see what happens. But my point is, enjoy this win tonight, and then come tomorrow, we'll go on GC Live Sunday Reset at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. We'll break down this game. We'll talk about what it meant. We'll talk about the game ahead with Clemson, and we'll get ready to roll. So that is going to do it for now for the final time from Williams-Brice Stadium this season. It's been a pleasure getting to cover all these games here. Super thankful for the job that I do, not to get super sentimental. It was funny, Shane Beamer was yelling at me and Elijah Campbell, because Elijah and I record a video for 107.5 The Game, breaking down the game like I'm doing right now, and he basically just said, y'all taking it all in? Y'all getting sentimental? And we're basically like, yeah, man, we're taking this in. Like, it's cool, because this is the last game here. So it's definitely a lot of fun. Enjoy what we get to do, and it's an honor getting to talk to you guys and break down these games and work for Gamecock Central. It's the best job ever. So that's going to do it for now. South Carolina picks up a 56-12 win. They're on the road next week, noon Eastern, ESPN, Death Valley, South Carolina, Clemson. The Palmetto Bowl should be a lot of fun. For GamecockCentral.com, I'm Jack Veltri.